Drop Nation, you've been patiently waiting. Got the office coming together. I had to come to you today to say hello. Thank you for waiting patiently, my brothers, my sisters who got the drop. Love to everybody that's getting your shirts. We got the other order coming in so we can get everybody, you know what I'm saying, make sure all your shirts say Drop Nation. Make sure you know you got the drop, because if they can't tell us who we are, how can they tell us who we're not? No one can tell you who you are. They're writing books to try to tell you who you are. So they dang sure can't tell you who you're not. You're not Hebrew. How? Why not? They can't tell me who I am. They found me over here and they don't know who I am. They found me over here and they don't know who I am. So what are they doing? They're writing an inquiry into the distinctive characteristics of the Aboriginal race of America. Y'all in trouble, man. I got my whole library underneath me, man. I got my whole library underneath me, man. I don't got that many books, but I got my whole library underneath me, man. Love to everybody rocking the drop. You know what I'm saying? Keep putting those orders in. Much appreciated. You know what I'm saying? It truly does support what we're doing. It supports everything that we're building, man. You know what I'm saying? Love to Lex Will. Keep buying those commandment shirts. What you're bringing into us. So far, literally, we have 10, I think 11 shirts that have been ordered. You know what I'm saying? We gave a lot of shirts away, you know, with our signing up for our Drop 200 package. So for those 10 shirts or so that have been ordered, that's 10 shirts, $25 a shirt. Of course, you know, shipping and handling. The price of this, you know, we don't, you know what I'm saying? But the $25 a shirt, you know, 10, that's $250. 10% of what we make off these shirts are going into the GoFundMe to support the brother Lex Will, everything that's been going on. So you got 10 shirts ordered, that's $25 that's going to come from us to that brother Lex Will. So of course we can do better than that. So keep supporting the shirts, and also, you know what I'm saying, go to that GoFundMe. I mean, drop it on the brother Lex Will. Drop it on for his family so he can do what he do. When we doing this, these preachers and these pastors out there, what do? What does a preacher do? He preaches. Now, these are hijacks, but they preach for a living. So your brothers and your sisters that's coming out, Drop Nation, when we build our radio platform, again, I told y'all this from the beginning, so this ain't going to be no surprise. I'm not going to be on YouTube much longer, that long. Everything we're doing is going to be coming directly from our source, 432thedrop.com, which is coming directly from our source, which is why you got to keep open. If y'all minds ain't open, I'm pointing to the sign. Say, open up. Open your mind. Open your hearts. And definitely keep supporting the drop so we can build what we do. Our platform pretty soon is going to be our radio network coming out of whatever Drop Nation's kicking. Whatever they drop will be scheduled on the Drop Radio. Just like you go to any other radio station, whatever we do. But this is for us. So we're taking our time, we're doing it, we're building it right. You'll see what we're doing. You see what I'm doing. I'm in the office. Got my door locked. I'm still technically connected to my children. They're not that far away. But still, they can jam me up at any moment. But still, I'm away. Y'all know what that means, man. Love to y'all for real. It's hard to be away. But I have been setting up, as you see. So, stay love, man. Let's do it. Let's keep dropping the drop. Let's keep rocking the drop. Let's keep doing this together. Again, love to everybody. We're going to keep building and building brick by brick to support the frequency, to support what we're doing together. You'll be able to actually sponsor the radio shows for only $20 a month. So to be a sponsor on the radio show, hit me up at music@432thedrop.com. $20 a month is all it takes to be a sponsor. You can sponsor the shows. We'll shout you out. Yo, thank you such and such for sponsoring the radio show. All right. It's $20 a month, or you can do a $200 flat fee, With that, you get the tuning service for free. You get a shirt for free, $200 flat or $20 a month, however you want to do it, to be a sponsor on our show, The Drop Off. And as our family joins and as we build our radio network, they will also need sponsors. So you can also keep sponsoring more members of Drop Nation on our radio platform. And that's how we can help build our unit, build our families, your sponsorship. You know what I mean? So we got a lot more to talk about. But if you got a good show idea, whatever the case is, again, all it takes is for you to record your drop on your phone, send me the MP3, and I'll put it up and schedule it on our radio network if it makes sense, you know what I'm saying, in the frequency of what we're building. So as you can see, we're trying to get that frequency. We're trying to get that frequency open. They did everything they could to close your eye, to close your mind, to close your energy, to shut you down. Our job is to get open. Now, what does that mean? Open to what? Hijacks? Nah. Open to the fact that there are hijacks. Open to the fact that they are hijacking you and me. Open to the fact that we got the drop. Open to the fact that if they can't tell us who we are, how can they tell us who we're not? Open to that. Open to the fact that we're indigenous. Open to the indigenous truth. Open to our frequency. Once we're open to the fact that the hijacks are real, the matrix is real. Oh, baby. It's a whole other ball game. It's a whole other ball game when your eyes are open. All right? So, open up, man. Now, man, we're going to keep building. Just, good to get off the balcony. It's cold on the balcony. Ain't none of y'all sent me socks. None of y'all sent me a scarf. And nobody sent me no hot cocoa. No cocoa to keep me warm. But it's all good. We're getting back to the drop station. Who got the drop? Don't make me get my twinkle on, because I'll do it. But yeah, man. Just slowly but for sure, we're getting set up. And yo, love to everybody supporting us on Twitter, man. Twitter was our first little social media platform that we got set up with. So, we got cool little following back, on Twitter, about 75, a little over 75 now. Chef Candy's always dropping her drop. Keep following us on Instagram at 432 The Drop. Chef Candy is on there dropping so much great recipes and dope stuff. She's working overtime to get her situation set up to where she'll be dropping book after book after book. Chef Candy's Electric Trinity recipes for the Most High. All right. So yeah, keep enjoying the Twitter. Keep enjoying all that, man. I never shout out anybody on Twitter, so love to y'all on Twitter. Artists, we're coming back at you. All independent artists that are interested in getting their music tuned to 432 or just being a part, doing it themselves and just being a part of what we're doing in Swag Frequency, what we're doing at the Drop Nation. Holla at us, man. Music at 432 The Drop. And keep sending us your drop. We'll keep featuring your drop on the site. But now, man, let's go ahead and get it. And like I said, man, don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't go crazy, because we'll go crazy. We'll go crazy on the books. Now, as y'all can see, I'm real excited, man. Real excited to be here. I'm real excited to be here today, to share this drop and this frequency with you. Let go. Sorry, y'all, kind of lost my voice. You know how it is when you have children and they're in a brand new environment. Yeah. You already know. That can get pretty ill if you're keeping it real. I'm still getting my setup together, so let me get my twinkle on right quick. I want it to be perfect for y'all. I want to jive talk y'all at all, I want this to be right. I want y'all to be cozy. Y'all know King Drop, man, I don't play. This ain't about the play. All right, how's that? Everybody good? You cozy? Are we all cozy together? I think so. Okay, good. I think we're good. Like I said, new setup, new bit of coziness, but same vibration. You know what I mean? Just finally able to take it, on a whole nother cozy level. And it's all about being cozy. 432 Hertz is all about being cozy, all about relaxing, being in the library. If you come to the library, if you venture to read some books and learn about things in the library, and you come on down. And I added the all right. As you can see, I added the Papal. As you know, we got the third part kicking off. I guess I'll just go ahead and keep it going today. This will be part 3. This is real dope as well, just like Worlds Beyond the Poles. This is another wonderful documentation about another scientist, exploring the stratosphere, also confirming that we are all connected, that the space that you see is not space, it is just an illusion of space, and that all so-called global or isolated bodies are all connected. So we're going to dig on that a little later. Shout out and love to Uno for lacing me. This is just a couple of the drops, man. He laced me with like 40, 50 PDFs, man. So I just put a couple more up there. Jesuit missionaries to Jesuit miseries. That's how I feel about it. Missionaries to North America. The papers of W.E.B. Du Bois. The papers, all right? We got that Papal. That's what we'll be getting into today. If I didn't pull it up yet, I'll pull it up now. The sacred book of the Kaqchikel people. Before we get into the Kaqchikel people, well, we're already in the Kaqchikel. Understanding. Negro, you are the Kaqchikel. But, yeah, let's go back right quick. Before I go crazy. Also, remember we're also getting the Annals of the Kaqchikel, so let's get that going as well. Library of Aboriginal American Literature. Number 6, edited DJ Brenton, MD. Is this play? Is this a game? Alright. I just want to know. Just want to know your name. Sometimes you just got to know your name, you know. Yeah. I Google lions. Deal with it. Sometimes I just need to remind myself what time it is, you know. But yeah, let's get a nice little intro from this king. We featured him before, RFG, Chosen One. I love getting babies out that bathwater. I think if me and his brother sat down and had a real solid conversation, I think we'll see eye to eye on a lot of things. You know, there's definitely, you know, from my perspective, you know, what I would call hijacks. and what I have reason to call hijacks, as you will see when it gets into certain understandings. But that's just my perspective, and I'm prepared. People don't look. We are in it for truth. I'm not solidified with every bit of things that I think. I'm actually growing with you. I'm actually putting this house together with you, brick by brick. And in that, we are fearless. We are not religious. We are not any other stuff. We can build with each other. We can ask these questions. We can build on the Papa, understand their perspective of the framer and the shaper. Alright? Because if they can't tell us who we are, how can they tell us who we're not? Watch out. And always remember that Nina rocks the drop. At all times. Always remember Catrice rocks the drop. Love the Catrice Green. Styles by Nina. Alright. Film drop. This is happening. But mainly this is bait. I want my filmies to come on over. And when they do, they're gonna get that drop. They might get the flat drop. You know. This is very interesting. Dig on it. Again, you got the Weeknd's album? I don't know. I don't have it. But somebody might care. And if they do, they'll come over and they'll say, what's this support you all about? And they may click the GoFundMe. They may say, oh, gamer drop. I like Pokemon. Huh? What's this guy? What's he up to? Maybe I'll fund it. You see how this works? Alright. Subscribe for free. Drop Nation. 5 songs for free. For free. For free. Just sign up. And 5 songs you send us Dropbox. We Dropbox them back in 432 hertz. Alright. So we got some good drop here that I want to get later, I think, for a dismount. This is pretty cool though. You know, hey, dig on it. You want to learn how to make some tea? Anybody want to know how to make some tea? Alright, fine. Fine. You forced me. 420 drop. Endocannabinoids. Go check out that show on the archives. Bang! Smoke free. So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, you might not want to have any of the smoke, but you still want the same effects of the THC or any of the other, you know what I'm saying? You know, mainly the THC was what we're talking about, but I forgot the other acronym for the other one. But it does the same type of effect. CB1, CB2, receptors, all that we dropped. Look in our show archives. You will see the show that we did breaking down how your entire body already has these receptors, already has these transport systems to transport this particular plant, this particular energy that has so many effects if done properly. It's not just weed. It's literally plant by plant does different things, has different effect. You don't just go crazy and do this and do that. You have to do your study. You have to understand. But there's so many options. So if you're, you know, 70, 80 years old and you have insomnia or you have this type of pain and you're tired of taking 20 different prescriptions, you might need a certain strain where that you can turn into a tea naturally. You might want to get whatever certification to make it whatever legality that you need in your state. Look at Colorado. Look at these situations. Look at California. You know, of course, they're stubborn out here, you know. But you get the point at the same time. So, yeah, learn how to make you some tea. Chill out. Stop popping synthetics. And do it yourself so that you're not, inhaling synthetics. You know what I'm saying? Or drinking synthetics in your tea.
Let's learn a really simple method to make it. This is my method of countless variations to this recipe. So first, the ingredients. So you're going to need a small pot. You're going to need a tea bag of your choosing, although that part is kind of optional. You'll need
Excuse
a couple
me, get my
cups, one that can do full cups and another that can do tablespoons.
battery.
You will need a small coffee strainer, or alternatively, cheesecloth works just as well. And you will need a little bit of butter, white butter in a tea recipe, because THC is soluble in it. Although other versions of this recipe use cream or oil or high-fat milk, it all works. And finally, you will need half a gram of grinded up wheat. Now, the reason I'm measuring this in buds is because this is what most people often use as the key ingredient. But cannabis tea was traditionally brewed with the leaves of mature plants, not with the actual buds. If you're a grower and you want to use leaf trimmings, replace this half gram with either a half to 1 cup of leaf trimmings from your harvest time plant. Now, for the recipe. So first thing you do is you take your measuring cup, you put 3 cups of water into a pot, and you bring the pot to a boil. Okay, now that the water is boiling, you drop the heat down a ways, but keep the water at a boil. And then you're going to take 2 tablespoons of butter. Here it is. Drop it in. And then you take your half gram of weed and you drop that in as well.
It's butter, baby.
Alrighty, so you're going to keep this boil going for about 35 or 40 minutes while stirring occasionally. I'm about 20 minutes in now. The butter took about 10 seconds to disappear completely. Now, if your water is boiling away, just top it off. You want the water level to be at the same height at the end of this as it was in the beginning. As you guys might be realizing, this recipe has a lot of the same logic as my can of butter recipe guide. Once the 40 minutes are up, all you have to do is you strain the green matter out of the liquid just by taking it through your straining device. Once you're done straining, you just let it cool for 5 minutes. Add a tea bag of your favorite flavor if you like, and voila, you have yourself cannabis tea.
Bang.
That's the show, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to subscribe to Lex's World and hit that like button. We'll see ya.
Okay. Hey. You don't like the teas? That's on you. Much love to Let Us Find the Truth, man. I'm late to the party, man. The brother is back and rocking. You can just type in LUFTT and you'll find his site. So, love the truth, man. Good to have you, man. Ciphering again. I understand. I get it. I know. This brother got an entire platform set up for you right here. The library. You click Let Us Find the Truth. You go to the site. You go to the library. You get up in it. And you learn some things. You learn a thing or two. I mean, you get up in it. This link takes you directly into the library. From there, you can go home. You know what I'm saying? You go to the blog, the chat, all that. So, you can go here. You can go to YouTube. But here, you see the brother's library is on deck. And a lot of our stuff is coming out of here. Uno, different people sending me joints. He also has the annals of the Kaqchikel up here. And this is how we spread love and we keep sharing. Look how great this library is. This is beautiful, man. So, I got to catch up. Got a lot of catching up to do. So keep enjoying. Let us find the truth, man. Keep active. Keep with it. You know what I mean? And love to the truth. Dropping it. Let's check out some of this King. This is a brother I love building with. Getting babies out the bathwater all the time. A lot of babies in the bathwater. There are things that I clearly, you know what I'm saying, see as hijacks from where I sit in my perspective. He has a perspective. The thing is, when you're truly in it for truth, it's okay. There's no fear of being wrong. You're just asking the right questions to get there. I believe if me and this brother sat down, we'll agree about most things. And there are some things he'll say, nah, it's about this. And I'll say, well, from where I stand, it's about this. But that energy, that vibration that says, yo, that's my brother, will always be there when it's true. I can see this brother, I know he's in it to win it. And what I mean win it, he wants the whole truth and nothing but it. He's not the type, I don't think, that will really fight truth if he really, saw it. You know what I'm saying? We all have a lot more seeing to do to see more. I'm every day trying to open to see more. But there's no point in seeing more if you're not doing anything with what you have. So first you do something with what you have, then your natural inclination would be to see more. So shout out to RFG Chosen One for helping the people see more and build as we build, man. Call it as we call it. But it's all love as we build, as we are in it for truth and have no fear of anything else. The scholarly community, so-called people that call themselves scholars, they are afraid of being wrong because they stand on a scholarship foundation. I stand on a building hypothesis, putting our thesis, wondering our thoughts together. Not our thoughts, but our thoughts. And that's love to J Stu. So we are putting our energy together, and in that we can build on knowing that this is a frequency war. And with that we can really build. You know what I mean? So love to RFG Chosen One. He's gonna drop that untold American history. Alright, let go.
What's good?
Yeah.
I'm back at it today, and I'm here to go over the true history of the American Constitution and the real history behind the Revolutionary War that went on in America in the 1700s, the 1770s. To make a long story short, okay, everything we've learned in school, science, history, all that shit is all a lie. Okay? And I'm going to prove it to you today. Most of the people who live in America do not realize that there's actually two constitutions. There's two different constitutions to this country. The first one was created in 1776, and that was known as the Constitution of... No. It was the Constitution for the United States, for America. Let me repeat. The Constitution that was signed in 1776 was known as the Constitution for the United States, for America. 95 years later, I'm going to repeat, 95 years later, there was a Constitution written and signed in 1871, and it was called the Constitution of the United States of America. The Constitution of the United States of America. There's a completely different outlook, okay, when you're talking about for and of.
Listen up.
For and of are two totally different things. For means it's supporting something. When you say the Constitution of America, you see what I'm saying? That means that it's coming from America. When you say the Constitution for America, that means the Constitution is
They are black people today. It's just hard for us to really say it, man, because it's like that really direct. It resembles us. Do our children resemble us, or are they us? Do we not grow up all the time and we're like, man, you know, that was me? You have a child, it's like, man, that was me when I was 5. I act just like that. You are your parents, especially when you get older. You're like, damn, I turned into my pops. You know what I mean? Women are like, I turned into my mama. We are. I am. You are.
Especially for the new subscribers out there. Look up the Washita, Native Americans, the black Seminoles in Florida, the original Cherokees, Choctaws, and the Umpqua tribe out there in Oregon. Oh, also the Califians. What am I talking about? The word California comes from Queen Califia, who was a melanated woman. So the original Native Americans in this country are the black people in this country. Now, I'm going to go ahead and prove this. Because I'm just going to repeat what I already said in my Atlantean Lemurians Know Thyself video. It was a CIA operation. It was a CIA operation to get melanated people in America to believe that they came as slaves from West Africa. Okay, that we all came here on slave ships from West Africa. Now, last time I checked, when you put 400 to 500 people in a slave ship and you sail them across the Atlantic Ocean from Africa to North America, that process takes a little bit over 3 months to fulfill. Okay, a little bit over 3 months. So if you have 400 to 500 slaves on each ship for over 3 months, what are these slaves eating? What are these slaves drinking? Where are these slaves going to take a piss? Where are these slaves going to take a shit?
Oh.
If you locked me down in chains and I was chained next to my brother and we were laying on top of each other and we had to be motionless for 3 goddamn months, our lymphatic system and our nervous system would shut down. Go look it up, people. If you stay in the same position for shit, I'd say a fucking week, your whole lymphatic system would shut down completely and your body would shut down, you would die. Asphyxiation. It's not a game and it's not a joke, people. We've been lied to. Where's the documented evidence and the archaeological evidence of the slave ships that landed in the southern United States? Where are they, people? You telling me we should have shit with all the numbers of slaves they said they had? We should have slave ships in museums.
Bang.
You telling me after all the slaves got off of the slave ship, you telling me that they just bashed the ship? They just blew the ship up and destroyed it? Why wouldn't they keep the ship? Come on, people, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. Ladies and gentlemen, when the Moors were overthrown in 1492 out of Spain,
Listen up.
the Moors were forced to show Christopher Columbus the route to America. When Christopher Columbus came to America, he saw what he called a copper-colored people. I'm going to repeat, a copper-colored people. Now, what is the color of copper? Now, we all know what a penny looks like, right? Okay? Now,
Whoa. Morocco, 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 Morocco. I mean, can we just put that out and make that a hot song? You make it a hot line, we make it a hot song. All right. So let's surf the wave. Let's say that this is true. America's Morocco. Or, you know, he's saying that owned as a colony of Morocco. Can you have an empire in that world and this world? Or is that not a one world order to say that, oh yes, I am a Moor, I represent Morocco and this colony that we colonized here? Or are we talking about just saying, oh, well, we're just all indigenous and that's just what it is? The issue, and that's where our perspective as Drop Nation would differ from this brother, you know what I'm saying, is in the frequency that we come home to Hijack Free, the Creator. See, your land is a divine lot. The Creator gives you land by divine lot. You take the Creator out the equation, you have chaos, because you have people claiming Morocco in so-called Africa and this land here. So the question isn't just, oh, well, how you gonna claim this land too? It's truly, whose earth is this? Let's stop playing games. Who was the earth created for? Let's stop playing games about this land or that land. Earth is one body. Africa is America. It's one body. So whose body is this? You'll see later on that the brother kicks the Mother Earth. He kicks some ISIS, situation. And that's where we definitely separate. That's when we scream, hijack, hijack, hiya, hiya, hiya. When we get right and we get with it. So let's keep it up. Again, me and this brother got a lot in common in terms of perspective, frequency, different things. Now, we're trying to put together the final pieces. And we're getting closer.
And like I said, all of my Moorish brothers know this themselves. That's what the Moorish flag represents. Morocco.
Morocco.
When you say America, you're saying it is a colony in a branch of Morocco. Okay, that is what America really represents. America is all about melanation, melanated people. When you say the United States, you're talking about the United States of the Vatican Corporation, of the Bilderberg Corporation, and British monarchy. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and prove this, people. I'm going to go ahead and prove this. Not only is there two different United States constitutions, one of the constitutions says of America, the other one says for America. Okay, go look that up. There's also two different American flags. And no, I'm King George III, who was a black melanated man, said, screw that. He went against the Vatican. And he said, I'm going to put a heavy tax on the Caucasians in America. Caucasians in America rebelled. There was the Revolutionary War, and they caused King George III to acquire a mental illness, a mental disease. He lost his mind, and I believe about 5 to 6 years later, he was forced to resign from his throne.
And that goes along with it validates a lot of a theory that we were surfing in terms of, just like King George is melanated, so was King James. So we have these melanated Hebrew Edomites, Idumea. And so the Renaissance was about the rebirth of who? Not melanin, not melanated people. But what you see today that took over the crowns of Prince Charles and Queen Elizabeth, they were, King James's mother is named Queen Elizabeth. And he's a dark brother. He's a Hebrew. He is not Israel. So while he's fighting those in the Scottish Highlands, the Picts from Pictland, Clan Roos, all the clans that he's fighting over there in the Jacobite uprising, and they get captured and sent here. Meanwhile, you got captured here and put into captivity here on your own land. But what he's saying is validating a lot of the theory of, them saying, 1776 is Declaration of Independence. Did you ever think about that? Independence from what? Oh, the Queen. Why? Taxes. Oh, okay, cool. That's all we say. Okay, cool. Taxes. Nah, man. They trying to get from under the melanated crown of the Hebrew Edomites. So they wanted independence from black Hebrews, not Israel, Edom, in the other world. But you over here, man, you ain't even asking who you are. You ain't asking about these titles. You just going to work and going home and going to sleep, saying kumbaya, believing in these ideologies. Understanding your creator is not an ideology. It's common sense. It takes more faith to be an atheist than to believe that someone created these trees and someone created the specifics and the order. They think that chaos came first. You understand that order came first. They think that it was chaos and then came their light, their Lucifer. You know that there was order and got destroyed. This Luciferian, this out of order. But yet the out of order still works for the order, or else the out of order cannot exist, as the out of order was created out of the order. So you belong to a higher order above the firmament, the vibration that they cannot reach. Period. You wake up, ball game. You wake up, ball game. Because all of their secret societies and masonries and degrees cannot prepare them for the frequency. The earth. You. Adam. That has dominion over fire, water, air, and land. All the elements are yours. Frequency. Let's get this last dismount.
Okay, they got rid of him. They got rid of King George III because he was trying to rebel and save his people. See what I'm saying? So when you sing that Star-Spangled Banner and you talk about, oh yeah, I'm a patriot, all you're saying is you're against the Moors, you're against the black melanated Moors, and you love your slaves. You love to own slaves because that's what patriotism was. That's what patriotism was all about. And if you really
And for the sake of the classroom, since we are in a classroom, we are all against the black melanated Moors that were on the other side of those treaties. Those treaties weren't done for all black people as black people or African American. Those treaties were done for the Moabites. Those treaties were done for Morocco, for the little pieces of land that they wanted to secure when they helped the European come over here, so-called. So who was this land's indigenous right by birth? Who was swept under the rug? Who doesn't know anything about none of this? It has to get taught today about treaties. You are the descendants of those that did not sign the treaties. That's who I'm talking to. Anybody else? Enjoy. Listen up. But if you're hijacked, it's better to be a fly on the wall, because once you reveal yourself, you are not welcome in this frequency. Now, being a hijack doesn't mean that you have to have melanin or not have melanin. There are plenty of melanated hijacks. That's what we're talking about. The melanated hijacks did the treaties. So we are against melanated hijacks. And if you are of a melanated hijack, then guess what? Just come correct and say, damn, that was pretty fucked up. I mean, it did look out for us, but what did it do to the children of Yasharal? Psalms 83, they formed a confederacy against you and me. Period. So y'all get the rest of that, man. Y'all dig on that RFG Chosen One before I lose my mind. Dig on this Jasmine Williams that gets back into this Black Wall Street in Tulsa. I mean, so much is going around. Kaqchikel, and the Mayan calendar. This is a great breakdown of the Mayan calendar. We're going to get into the Papal, so this could be a good lead into that. But check that out, because it gets into some good drop. But before we get into the Papal, y'all got to see this shit. I mean, y'all got to see this shit. Alright, life drop. Isolated black tribe meets white man for the first time. Original footage. I had to keep watching this again because I like, this got to be a skit. This got to be some type of funny bone. But nah, man. So, when you get a perspective of what we went through in 14 such and such in dealing with the hijack that is now, again, you look up your 1828 Webster dictionary, look up the definition of American. What does it say? Y'all click the link. It's right underneath. For the sake of argument, we're just going to type it in. No, I can't spell. Let's go. You pull it up, Webster Dictionary, 1828.com. Alright, just put it up. Simply type in Ame'rican. American, you know, American. What does it say? This is before they hijacked the definition of American. 1828 Webster Dictionary. A native of America, originally applied to the Aboriginals or copper-colored races. Found here. So I ask you, Negro, black man, black woman, sister, brother, did they take you from Africa or did they find you here? Copper color. Behold, a pity, a copper color pity. Can you see? Here we go. Copper color. A native of America originally applied to their aboriginals or copper color races. Found here. All the millions of y'all, do y'all think that all y'all was brought from a whole nother world? A whole nother world? Or did they find you here, take your title, take your land, and lie and tell you came from the other side of the world so that you never claim your aboriginal right and land, gold, all your things that were being stolen and taken to Spain? They got you twisting around on a ball. But now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America. So everyone's calling themselves American, telling you you need citizenship. You're not American enough. Act more American. Get the white picket fence and the American dream. That's an American nightmare. These are concrete cities on your nature, on your trees. So stop playing with me when I say, what is going on? This is how you're supposed to act when you've been invaded. Now, he's going to win him over with magic science and trinkets. He's going to win him over with magic, you'll see. But this is you when you first laid eyes on what's going on. And I'm not saying this to be, look, I know there's great people of all complexions everywhere. But damn it, let's just talk truth for a second. In this country, this is copper color, and this is, what they say? American, a native of America, originally applied to the aboriginals, or copper color races, plural, found here by the Europeans, but now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America. Aboriginals are copper color races. Aboriginals are copper color races. This is just watch how these people react. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna go crazy.
The footage you are seeing is unedited. The only addition is the voice of your fear.
This is unedited footage. Just look at the footage. I know the volume's low, but check it out.
According to Huawei, they don't believe that the white man exists. And if they do, that makes me one of the living dead.
So they went all the way back just to tell the women to chill out. Now they're going to go back to discover what the hell they are looking at. Now here's the thing. These people live in the wild, so they've seen a lot of shit. They've seen a lot. I mean, they've seen some ill-ass things. But they ain't never seen no white man before. I'm just like checking out this reaction because, you know, we're completely institutionalized these days, but this gives you a glimpse at the possible reaction around the 1400s and so, and such, Cortez and all that, Columbus, and how these people came in the name of peace and brought war and destruction. Now, today, what do we have? Who calls themselves Americans? But now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America. Okay. So that's a different mentality, right? I mean, that's a mentality that's like, all right, so wherever I go, wherever I squat, it's mine. If you don't think so, I'll kill your ass. Convert you to my God. And then my descendants will be called Americans. They'll treat y'all like shit, even though you are the actual native of America originally applied. You're the actual aboriginal originally applied. You are the copper-colored races, you Negro. Found here, Negro. By the European Negro. Africa, go back to Africa. If the little white boy on the street is saying, nigger, go back to Africa, at 5 years old, and you grow up and become conscious and tell your brothers and sisters that your solution is going back to Africa, then you had the same exact solution as the little 5-year-old white boy screaming, go back to Africa. Because, oh, it's just common sense, you're from Africa. That little white boy, no, he went to school for it, right? My conscious brother, sister, everybody know you from Africa. Don't that tell you something? Is that the narrow path? Originally applied to the aboriginal or copper color race found here? How did they act? This is real spill. Everybody got to dig on this. Let go. Now watch this. Couple more minutes, man. We're going to make our dismount. This is just a studio test. Love to all y'all. But watch this shit. I mean, is this play? First of all, this is an isolated tribe meeting modern tribe man. No, meeting a white man for the first time. Don't he look like Jerome? Uncle Jimmy? This is a regular Negro. Look at his fro. He is an indigenous copper-colored man. Now, what tribe is he from is the next question, right? Isolated tribe. The only time you really hear tribes, originally you're really just referring to the tribes of the seeds of Adam. Adamites, different tribes, right? Noah, his sons, tribes. 12 tribes. Aboriginal, indigenous tribes, melanated, copper color, Negro tribes. Now, is he from Africa? Is this indigenous man from Africa? He could be. Maybe he is from Africa. But he looks like a Negro to me. And I believe this is a South American tribe. So I'm going to go off and say that this is an American. An actual American. An actual copper color, indigenous, aboriginal, whatever you want to call it, man. Now, once you know you're here, then is what tribe you're from, who's your daddy, follow your seed. This is the old world, not the new world. We taught the other world everything. This land is the oldest here. Do he look like he's fucking around? Is this play? Look at his eyes. Whoa. Is that play? And love to the fan that sent me this. You know what I'm saying? I get so much great drop every day, man. I gotta do a roll call just to give everybody, you know what I'm saying, just let you know I appreciate it. Because, you know, it keeps me going like it keeps you going, man. This drop keeps me aware and awake, and I appreciate that. So, love to the fan that lace my boots. Let's go. Is this play? Hold up. What are you? What are you, white man? Real talk. I know, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, all my family is all love. We do this for the few. You got to look at this. Now, if you can show me footage of a white person meeting a quote-unquote black person, an isolated white tribe, meeting a modern black tribe for the first, show me that. Show me a white person acting like this towards, a modern black tribe man. But this is pretty much your normal reaction you're going to get from these tribes once they came into contact with Columbus and Cortez and them. Look at his eyes. Is this play? Now, you might be a descendant of these Europeans now, calling yourself American, right? I mean, repetition is everything, right? American, a native of American. Webster Dictionary, 1828. American Dictionary of the English Language. Noah Webster, 1828. Noun, native of America, originally applied to the aboriginals or copper color races found here by the Europeans, but now applied to the descendants You might be a descendant of Europeans born in America. You were born here, right? Wherever you go is your turf. Is that the old world way? Or is that the takeover way? Wherever I go and I'm born, I'm going to claim your title, and you're black. You're black. You belong to a country called black. A land called black. This is the reaction for the first time. What frequency are you in? What is your frequency? Maybe you are the end of me. Are you natural here? Is this how you handle a natural thing? Is this how you react? Is this your reaction to nature? Does nature react to nature this way? Confusion, man. Now, don't get it twisted. Here's where they like to hijack you. Oh, he's scared of fire. Oh, these guys are so primitive with their wooden axes. They've never seen my high technology. No, all we got to do is open The American Holocaust by David Stoddard to understand what they saw when they found us here in our palaces. So, yes, there are tribes that are more primitive in certain ways, whatever you want to call it, whatever, but they know what they saw when they went to Peru. They know what they saw when they went to Mexico. And of course, we have tribes scattered throughout all the land, all the outskirts. Some are still isolated. And this is their reaction for the first time seeing and coming into contact. That's how isolated they been. Where they been? You talking about the Amazon? Shit. If that's where they're at, you know what I mean? So, yo, we've been doing it. I just wanted to give y'all some love, man. It's like 5 in the morning. I'm tired. I've been setting up the drop. This is dope, though. Definitely check this out. Yo, check out the latest Vibe Suite, man. The Drop Zone. The Drop Zone is your music that you're sitting in to get tuned for the $5 a month package. Thank you for everybody that's signing up to that. That's a beautiful thing. 50 songs a month. And, you know what I'm saying? We try to capture, some of the dopest vibrations in that. And we put it up in the Drop Zone. So when you click on the Drop Zone, I just put it up today. That is your music. That's your Drop Nation. That represents Drop Nation. It's chill, it's cool, it's fun. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. But yeah. Let's just do it. I'm not going to get into, this is not part 3 of the Kaqchikel. That will be the next video. I'll drop that. This is just coming back to it. There are a couple of good articles that we will get into relating to the Kaqchikel. This one is very interesting. We can kind of get a part of it here. Actually, which one do I want to get first? It's a lot of drop, man. As you can see, I just been this is a whole PDF. Giants DNA in the Bible. So I'll be putting this in the library. You best believe it. I think this is the one I wanted to dig in on, specifically because it has a reference to Daniel G. Brenton, which is the exact version that we're getting into with the Kaqchikel situation with D.G. Brenton. Alright. So, because those two things kind of synced up, this article is pretty dope. Who are the Kaqchikel and Quiche Maya, spelled with a K, not the Q. Alright. So we know Lehi. This is, out the Book of Mormon. All the drop that Joseph Smith tried to compile with the Mesoamerican. Your drop that they tried to extract and abstract. Nephi, Moroni, Alma, Mormon. From the Book of Mormon. And where did their names get lost in the Mesoamerican Melu? Likewise, we know of the Quiche Maya, the Kaqchikel Maya, the Ma Maya, and the whole of the great Maya civilization. I need to learn more about these mans throughout Mesoamerica. But can we resurrect Mormon's Melu from its Mesoamerican remnants? Here we can examine the names of 2 branches of Maya, the Kaqchikel and Quiche. Again, the Kaqchikel documents clearly state that these are two branches that come together to form one branch. And that's what got me thinking about the northern and southern kingdom of Yasharah, Israel. But you understand that so much is linking up and syncing up between these cliches, these documents in the Papal, our books of Genesis, and Exodus, and whatnot. What do the names mean and where do they come from? Alright, so obviously they go to the Maya, how the Maya didn't call themselves Maya. But I want to skip down a little bit. And you read the whole drop. You read the whole drop. Alright. So the people of Mesoamerica did not call themselves Maya. Sahugan, in his 10th volume about the people, does not call any of the people Maya. The Kaqchikel and Kaqchikel did not call themselves Maya. In the annals of the Kaqchikel, the titles of the lords of Titanakapan or Papuva, they did have another descriptor for their people. 13 groups of warriors and 7 tribes. The name used in the annals of the Kaqchikel is the 13 groups of warriors, Racinos. Right, that's the Racinos version I have right here. Remember, I got the library on deck. So that's the Racinos version of the annals of the Kaqchikel. Alright, so the name used in the annals of the Kaqchikel is the 13 groups of warriors, Racinos, alright. In the titles of the lords of Titanakapan, the 13 people. So you got the 13 groups of warriors. Not the Maya, they call themselves, but the 13 groups, 13 what? Tribes, 13 clans. Let's go. 13 people in the Titanakapan. And 7 tribes also are mentioned. Alright. In the book of Chalam Balam of Kumayed. We got to dig on that. I have not dug on that yet. If you got the PDF, please drop it in the comments. Send me a private message, whatever. Are mentioned 13 divisions. So we got this 13, 13, 13. You see how they hijacked the number 13 on it, right? The 13 groups of warriors and the 7 tribes is translated in many ways. It appears that the translators have taken liberties to include words like group, clans, right? Like Clan Ross, Scottish clans, tribes, clans, groups. Remember, in the Scottish Highlands, they're broken into 12 clans there. You got the 12 and 13 all over the place. But each of those clans with the chief over all the clans, and that's called the Chattan, Clan Chattan, Chattan in the Scottish Highlands, which are referred to as Picts, Picts, which also stands for painted, Picts, painted, war people, tribal people. Now you got the Pict land, you got groups, you got clans, 13 groups of warriors and 7 tribes, where the original word was just group, not Maya, but just group, as written in the most, or the people, we the people, Cherokee, we the people, as written in the most ancient text available of the annals of the Kaqchikel. 2 groupings are present: Axlahu, Kabka, Koka, Vugama, and Axlahu, Koka, Alaba. The first translates as 13 group. Axlahu, group. Kob, of, Ka, 7, Vuk, tribes, Uma. Break it down, dig on it. The second translates as 13. Axlahu, group. Gab, of Ka, he of the war, Laba, warriors. 13 groups of warriors. First, some simple mathematics. 12 plus 1 is equal to 13. We are programmed to search for the 12 tribes of Israel when we have been told that there are 13. So we are programmed to search for the 12 tribes of Israel when we have been told that there are 13, right? Jacob's, Israel's son, Joseph, got a double portion when his two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, took their positions with the full rights and inheritance as tribes of Israel. The Levites were not given a tribal inheritance in the promised land. God said, I am thy part and thine inheritance among the children of Israel. But they are placed in 48 Levitical cities throughout the land. See Numbers 8, 18, 20, 24 to 32. Numbers 35, 1 through 8. Joshua 13, 14. Joshua 13, 14, 33. Their property assignment was modified for the need at hand in their priestly functions, but they did not lose their tribal appellation or identity. It is thus proposed that the 13 groups are in very deed the 12 plus 1 tribes of Israel. This 13 versus 12 tribes issue was very relevant to the descendants of Lehi, who traced their blood back to the 13th man Manasseh. Ephraim, Joseph's second son, actually got the birthright. Can we find Israel in the mix? Possibly. The name Israel means God prevails in Aramaic Hebrew. Alright. So it goes on. Let me get this last part, man. We'll make our dismount right here, and then I think we're ready, you know what I'm saying, for part 3. We'll drop it, man, and continue to have a good time and get the vibration. Tell our people to wake up, get out the cities, choose up. This wrestle with the man. So you got the whole Genesis 32, 24, Jacob wrestling with the man in the place Peniel. Let's just get it. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, and he wrestled with him. And he said, let me go. Now, when you go back to a lot of these Mayan stories, they are wrestling with these so-called, gods or godlike, energies, that has some type of tribal thing to be able to out-wrestle, But let's go. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel, for as a prince hast thou power with God and with men, and hast prevailed. And Jacob asked him and said, tell me, I pray thee, thy name. And he said, wherefore is it that thou dost ask my name? And he blessed him there. And Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. So, a lot of our, metaphysical, another energetic way of seeing this is, of course, the pineal gland, the pine cone, seeing God face to face, going within. And I think these words have so much resonance on all these levels, literally, Yeah, look for this place and see that everything that's happening outward, that you're going to find the archaeological evidence and proof backing all this stuff up, coming out more and more these days, right in your face, bone. But it definitely has the within dimension vibration, the pineal, your pineal gland, your 432, your wake up vibration. This wrestle with a man, an angel, or the Lord God himself, be it real or in some sense figurative, was a very real, traumatic, life-changing battle for Jacob, who became known as Israel. May it be suggested that he of the battle, Alabal, is Israel. Alabal is Israel. Alabal is Israel. It has nothing to do with Indian warriors, as suggested by the translators. Remember, we're suffering because we're lost in translation. Either we can stick with, being lost in translations and the KJV and the Septuagint and these clear translations that we know are translations in our captivity, through the language of our captivity. Even the Papal lets you know that, we're being forced to translate some of our drop. But we're still lost in translation. So this is another situation where we're dealing with translators. But may it be suggested that he of the battle, Allah Ball, Allah Ball, okay, this is how they put it together, is Israel and has nothing to do with Indian warriors as suggested by the translator. There is nothing in the written records of the chroniclers that mention the appellation warriors relevant. The 7 tribes is a literal translation of Vukuma. So right here when it says warriors and battle, he says he of the battle. So the real translation, he said, instead of saying warriors, they're saying he of the battle. They of the battle. The battle. And then it's getting translated as these 13 groups of warriors. So he's just, throwing out his theory. You dig on it or you're not. You know what I'm saying? But clearly you see the Allah, Baal, Baal, Baal. So I'm not jumping on this. I don't know what it is, but you can look it up and see what they're talking about because, we're all trying to get the babies out. The 7 tribes is a literal translation of Vukuma in the Racino's translation. Who might the 7 tribes be? There are 2 possibilities. First could be Laman, Lemuel, Sam, Nephi, Jacob, Joseph, and Zoran. This ignores the 2 sons of Ishmael and their wives, which they had prior to departure from Jerusalem in 1 Nephi 7:6 in the Book of Mormon. Second could include the 2 sons of Ishmael and toss out Jacob and Joseph, who were born on the trail after leaving Jerusalem. The first is more consistent with the writings of the titles of the Lord of Timnat Totanakapan, which elaborates on the lineages. The sons of Ishmael are left out as not being part of Lehi's family. Okay? And Lehi, which might be Levi, but you let me know, family descended from the house of Israel through the tribe of Menasseh. So no, not Levi, but Lehi. So those that are more familiar with the Book of Mormon and these particular families, share and let us know, more about this particular part right here. The first is more consistent with the writings of the titles of the lords of Totanakapan, which elaborates on the lineages. The sons of Ishmael are left out as not being part of Lehi's family. And Lehi's family descended from the house of Israel through the tribe of Manasseh. All right. So the Kaqchikel or Kaqchikel, again, 2 different spellings. The Kaqchikel people and language have been spelled as Kaqchikel, Kaqchikel like that, Kaqchikel like that, Kaqchikel like that, and Kaqchikel like that. The orthography was not standard for many years. In recent years, the Mayanists have developed a more standard orthography for the Mayan languages. In the end, politics won out on what was standard. The Academia de Lenguas Mayas de Guatemala took charge of the solution with the basic argument that it was their country, their people, their languages, and therefore they, the Guatemalans, had the right and responsibility to decide what was standard. Some American Mayans took offense at the go home foreign policy. And this go home foreign policy applies the more you Negro wake up and realize One more time, that you are American. You are a native of America. Originally applied to you, the Aboriginal Negro, or copper colored race Negro, that was found here, not from Africa, Negro. This is your land, your right. It belongs to you. You have been invaded by the European, but now applied to the descendants of the Europeans, hijacked you, hijacked your land, hijacked your birthright, hijacked your heritage, put lead in your water, make us mentally retarded, literally, with lead poisoning. Chemtrails manufactured for us, vaccines, autism manufactured for us. Why? Why? So that this would be no more, and all that would be left is the descendants of Europeans born in America. So I love y'all. Stay up, suit up, keep suiting up, get your gear, get your camping gear. We're going to keep building, man. We're going to keep building and building our house. The winds come, the winds go, but we stay firm, we stay fixed, we stay immovable. I love all y'all. Keep vibing. We'll be right back with this library of Aboriginal American literature by D.G. Brenton. This is out the Annals of the Kaqchikel, of course. We're going to get right back into this culture of the Kaqchikel. Great drop here, man. And of course the Papal. So we're going to go back to back and, you know, keep, digging it up, man. I'm enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying it. And the more we dig up, the more we do it collectively, the more we, I get so many intelligent comments, so much amazing stuff to look up. I can't even keep up, but that's why it's not for me to drop your drop. You have to drop it. That's how we build a drop nation. I get it. Once I see you drop it, I'm on it, and I do my best to keep up with that and to keep dropping it and keep it going, man. So y'all keep me going. We keep each other rocking the drop at all times, man. And with that, man, we stay up, we suit up. Watch out for this swag freak dropping soon. Swag freaking you. Love to Nina. Love to Catrice Green, who got the drop at all times, man. Stay up, suit up, choose up, drop nation.